Welcome to MotorMaster Monday, the main event.
Stays over. Yellow's out.
We were setting up for a very exciting Stage 1 end there, but a caution is going to bring us to a halt, and we're not going to see it end under green. It looks like Trey Hollywood in the 36 is going to get the stage win.
Nope, flat crossed.
Oh, never mind. The 66, rather, of Aaron Garcia edged him to the line to get the Stage 1 win. And we're under caution here. It's round 31 for the 2024 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season in these Xfinity cars on NASCAR Heat 5, 56 lap event. 26 cars out there here at Talladega Super Speedway. It's the second round of 12 playoff race. A lot on the line for these drivers. We saw Jesse Carlson spoil the party for the playoff drivers at Texas. Nobody locking themselves into the round of 8 earlier tonight there. But we'll see what Talladega has in store for us. 26 drivers, 56 lap event, and we are now under green for the beginning of Stage 2.
18th passed me on the apron.
I am NOSSCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder, along with my in-race reporters, Aiden Cody driving the 16 Chevy Camaro and Alex Tesdahl driving the 22 Ford Mustang. Kick back, relax, grab a cold can of soda, and enjoy the main event here for MotorMaster Monday. And what a main event it is. Pretty much a Royal Rumble out there. Winner goes to WrestleMania. I'll tell you, it's 26 cars at Talladega. It doesn't get much more intense than that. There's contact already there inside the top 10. They're mixing it up for these spots. Right now, the race leader is Jordan Roughton in the 54. Bit of a heartbreaking story for him. He missed the round of 12 for this year's playoffs. Only by 2 points for the last transfer spot. He missed one of the round of 16 playoff races and had to take last place points for that race. And it wasn't good enough to advance. And a big crash in turns 1 and 2. Jesse Carlson, Harold Burden, Alex Tesdahl, Emily Seri, and about 2 or 3 or 4 others all involved in this one. The caution is out for the second time for an on-track incident here at Talladega Super Speedway. Jordan Roughton, your race leader. There's a lot of damage to the front end of Landon Jenkins in the 10 car as well, former NASCAR world champion on the F1 video games. Good to see him back here on NASCAR Heat 5 with us in the MotorMaster Series. He's got a win this season in his part-time schedule, a couple actually. It's a big field, and only the top 5 get those stage points. So a lot of these drivers getting hungry to try to work their way to the front, but sometimes the only way to do that is when you make it 3 wide. Sometimes you have simply nowhere to go when they're all filed up 2 by 2 in front of you. We're back under green here in Stage 2. Contact deep in the field. A car went up the hill a little bit. They sorted out. We're still rolling. I believe it was Alan Richardson and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. They're going to have to try to work together. They might lose the draft with the lead pack. I believe they have. They'll need a caution to catch back up. The good news for them is Stage 2 is so short that they shouldn't fall 1 lap down, even if we do go green the rest of the way. Connor Brown got shuffled down to the inside below the yellow line, and then got a bump from the 9 of Timmy Brown, and then Connor got locked into pit road. He must have hit the commitment cone because it suddenly locked his car down to the entrance of pit road. Not only is it going to force him to go down pit road, but it's going to give him a 15-second penalty for speeding onto pit road. So a very tough break there for Connor Brown. Contact with Timmy Brown, no relation between those two. Aaron Garcia the leader, but now to the outside goes Peyton Larson. He's got a push from Jordan Roughton. Connor Balhy returns to the NASCAR MotorMaster Series. working with them on the outside line as well. Trey Hollywood, Josh Colombiez, they're all up in the outside line. Down low, it's Aaron Garcia, Aiden Cody, Stephen Corley, Alex Tesdall, Sean Lucas, and Chris Ryan. Tanner Swaley in the 11 car has jumped into this mix, and he's up on the outside line making it work. It's good to see Dale back in a NASCAR MotorMaster Series race. He was also here earlier tonight for Bristol and Texas. He was up on the outside line. Now he's going to change lanes down to the bottom. Jordan Roughton takes the lead, and once he did, he brought the entire line down to the bottom, at least the ones that got clear of the rest of them. Now Peyton Larson has plans of his own. He jumps to the inside, takes the lead from the 54. Golden got lucky, was able to slide himself into second, back down on the inside line, or he might have been shuffled outside of the top 10. I'd say about 15, 16 cars all lined up in this lead pack, and then another 5 or 6 working together in the second group. In the third group, there is another 3 cars trying to run a good enough speed to keep themselves on the lead lap. There's a 4th group of another 3 cars doing the same thing, about the full length of the back straightaway behind your race leaders. Peyton Larson out front, Jordan Roughton, Alex Tesdall, Chris Ryan, Aiden Cody, your top 5. And 3 of those top 5 drivers that are not a part of the round of 12 here for the playoffs. Talladega, one of the great equalizers. Everybody's got a shot to win. Now they're 3 wide. They were 3 wide for 2 rows. Now they've settled it down to 2 by 2. Nobody giving up here. Every now and then they're making runs up on the outside line, trying to get cars to go with them. Right now that line being led by the driver of the 92, Connor Ballheis. 8 wins for him this season. Highest seeded driver in terms of playoff points. Trey Hollywood in the 36 has not left his back bumper for pretty much this entire second stage. Josh Colombiez, I can say the same thing. Working very nicely there with the 36. Peyton Larson still leading the bottom. And it doesn't appear like Jordan Roughton or Alex Tesdall or Chris Ryan want to step out of line at this time. And the 10 car got forced down below the yellow line. He might have to lift a little bit to get back on track. He does, and at the same time, Stephen Corley in the 51 jumped to the outside. Now he's leading the outside line. And as soon as he did that, Trey Hollywood in the 36 car pretty much took his spot down on the inside line. Connor Ballheis is going to find a spot. I think Trey Hollywood lifted to give him a spot in line. This is going to leave Stephen Corley and Dale kind of stranded up on the outside line. Angelo was the 39 car in the third groove with absolutely no draft help. Oh, 3 laps to go. We're hearing from in-race reporter Aiden Cody. Oh, excuse me, 1 final lap. Thank you, thank you. We were almost going to finish it under green. Jesse Carlson got loose in 1 and 2, but then saved it. We're still rolling. The only car stepping out of line so far is Trey Hollywood as they work their way through 3 and 4. They're going to see the green and white checkered flag, but keep in mind the start-finish line is not until all the way past pit road, the exit of pit road even, here at Talladega. A long way to make something happen. Alex Tesdall to the outside, Aiden Cody to the outside. A push from the 10 at the line. I think it was Jordan Roughton.
Was it the 08 got it?
Oh, the 08, okay. So we're getting confirmation it was Peyton Larson driving that 08 Chevy Camaro, getting the stage 2 win. Jordan Roughton finishing in second. Honestly, I couldn't tell, so I'm glad you guys are here as ImRace reporters. That was a close one. And if that's the way they're going to finish here for stage 2, for the top 5 to get stage points, I can't wait for the finish of this race. Everybody seemingly having a shot to win this one, that's for sure. And this caution here, this stoppage, is going to allow drivers like Emily Sari and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. and drivers like that to catch back up to the draft with the leaders. Connor Brown as well. Well, here we go. Into the restart zone they come. Green flag for the final stage. The money time 300 at Talladega. It's round 31 of the 2024 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. Hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5 in these Xfinity cars. Some contact deep in the field. They were 3 wide in the pretty much the last row. Then contact there with Jesse Carlson, and Alan Richardson was involved as well. We're going to stay green, but some of these cars might lose the draft with the lead pack. Another rocky restart. Just so many cars on the track. 26 cars started this race. They're all still in this race and on the lead lap. Everyone's got a shot to win. Aiden Cody, Jordan Roughton, the front two. They are the front row as the entire field from first all the way back to about 20th is still 2 by 2. Looking like they just took the green flag for a restart, except they're working their way around this track about 190 mile an hour in these Xfinity cars. And a third groove was potentially being established there. It was Emily Sari, the Canadian driver, thinking about it, and then she tucked back in line. She's in the outside groove. Leading the outside line is Jordan Roughton. It looks like the inside line prevailed for the most part. Now Peyton Larson is going to jump to the top side and see if he can make it happen as the lead car in that line. Jordan Roughton thinking about going with them. At first, I thought he was going to make a move to the outside and make it 3 wide. A wiggle there from the 21 car of Chris Ryan. And there was contact between the 21 and 54. It was definitely an accident. Chris Ryan got loose going into that corner and came up the track accidentally into the side of the 54. But man, that cost the 54 about 18, 20 spots. He's still in this group, but running now in about 23rd. Aiden Cody, Alex Tesdall, Chris Ryan, Josh Colm-Diaz, Stephen Corley, your top 5. Now about the top 9 or 10, about 9 or 10 single file running the inside line. Nothing being formed up top until you get to about the 14th or 15th place region. It's the longest stage, of course, and therefore we might get the longest run that we'll get in this race here in this final stage. It's most likely the case. Everyone might be trying to just settle in and keep themselves in contention for this win, not make any wild, bold moves, and maybe potentially risk a spot in the lead draft, in the lead pack. Just as I say that, some of them making a move to the outside. Josh Colm-Diaz had help there from Tanner Swaley for a moment, but it's not going to work. Both of them now desperately looking for a spot back on the inside. And a big problem there for Dustin Franklin in the 90 car. I think it was Dustin. It was. He came back on the track after being down in the apron, came up and into the side of the 18 of Dale. Dale's going to settle back in line, but that was nearly a big catastrophe. There's about 23 cars in this lead draft. Everybody still has a shot to win here at Talladega. They're all chasing Aiden Cody, the driver of the 16. Pardon me. Aiden's got 3 wins this year in that 16 car. It's been a bright star here for 2024 NASCAR MotorMaster. And a win here would lock him into the round of 8. Alex Tesdall just behind him, coming off a strong finish earlier tonight at Bristol, finishing 4th. didn't get the finish he was hoping for at Texas. So he's really hoping to rebound here at Talladega, running strong in second in the 22. Both of those front two cars, round of 12 playoff drivers. So is Stephen Corley in the 51, scored in fourth. So is Sean Lucas in the 1 car, scored in sixth. Connor Brown in the 6 car, scored in 7th. Josh Colm Diaz in the 7 car, scored in 8th. Trey Hollywood in the 36 machine, scored in 12th, another round of 12 playoff driver. Now works his way up a spot, running in 11th. Pardon me. And speaking of Trey Hollywood in the 36, he made a big move to the outside line. He had help from Peyton Larson in the 08. They kind of got out of line there a moment. They were formed up perfectly, but then they got disorganized, and now it's causing a crash deeper in the field. Dustin Franklin in the 90, Jesse Carlson in the 20, and we are under caution here at Talladega. It was a 3-car crash that started kind of in the middle of the pack, and it was sort of a domino effect, guys. The main crash, the main problem, happened at the tail of the field, the tail of the lead pack, that is. Well, we're going to throw it down to InRace reporter Alex Tesdall. Alex, how many laps to go? How does the car feel? And you're off to a great start running second, buddy.
Car feels good, and I think we'll be restarting with like 19 to go.
10-4, throwing it over to Aiden Cody, driver the 16. You have the race lead at Talladega. We know anything can happen here, but what do you think of your chances now that you've got yourself the lead?
Talladega, so it's like more or less like 50-50, but mainly like 60-40.
That's better than what the betting odds are, I'm sure. Green flag back in the air. However, we might be going back to yellow. There was a crash deep in the field. They're still trying to sort it out. Contact was made. There's a couple of cars trying to merge back onto the racetrack. Connor Ball, he did a great job not coming back onto the track too soon. I'll give him great credit for that. The 10 car of Landon Jenkins was spun over there at the exit of turn 2. Other than that, we are going to stay green. We'll get a laps to go update from InRace reporter Aiden Cody when they hit the line. This time by, he is your race leader. He's got a teammate just behind him, Tanner Swaley in the 11, Alan Richardson in the 89. They run second and third.
18 to go.
10-4, thank you, brother. Josh Colm Diaz in the 7 runs in 4th. Alex Tesdall in the 22 runs in 5th. That is your top 5, the rest of your top 5. Stephen Corley, Chris Ryan, Peyton Larson, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Connor Brown, the rest of your top 10. For the most part, it is single file from the lead all the way back to about 16th or 17th at this point. That's exactly what we saw for our last restart. But then after about 4 or 5, 6 laps, everybody got a little bit impatient and restless and started making moves to the outside. We're probably going to see the same thing again. Everyone's kind of gathered themselves and accepted where they are for the beginning of their slicing and dicing, and I think eventually we'll see some of those moves. About 16 laps to go now. They are good to go from here to the end of the race.
We are to New York, Isaiah.
10-4. Okay, thank you. This is why we have InRace reporters about 2 laps short on fuel. However, that is very easy to save at Talladega, especially if you start doing that at the very beginning of the run. So I do expect a number of cars to make it to the end of this race. I really do. So if you're not saving, maybe save. I think that this is going to be a fuel consumption type of race. And that might explain as well why we're seeing this long snake of cars, this single file line. nobody's trying to race because we might be seeing them just try to save fuel instead. It might be a disadvantage for your leader, Aiden Cody. He's more than likely on the throttle more than the rest of the cars in this line. Tanner Swaley, Alan Richardson, second and third. Now here's the bigger gamble. If you fall too far back trying to save fuel and then a caution comes out and we restart with about 5 or 6 or 7 laps to go, oh, we're going to have a caution for sure. There's a wreck deep in the field. We're under yellow. Dale was involved in the 18. Emily Seri in the 8 car was involved. She's been having a great run in this race up until this point. She's got time to recover though. Jesse Carlson in the 20 was involved, and the 90 of Destin Franklin involved as well. 4 or 5 car crash puts us under caution for the 4th time in this race for an on-track incident. We're only going to have about 13 or 12 laps to go when we restart this thing. Throwing it down to InRace reporter Alex Tesdall. Alex, what do you do? Are you pitting? And if so, what are you taking?
I'm thinking stay out because we'll save the fuel even under yellow.
Ah. Very smart, actually. I don't mind the call. Because at Talladega, you don't need fresh tires. Throwing it over to Aiden Cody quickly before we restart. Any thoughts heading into this restart with 12 laps to go?
It's blank right now.
Green flag back in the air. Stephen Corley on the bottom, getting a push from Connor Balhy and Connor Brown. On the top, it's Alex Tesdall getting a push from Aiden Cody and Tanner Swaley. Trey Hollywood, Sean Lucas, Jordan Roughton, and Alan Richardson, the rest of your top 10. Down below the yellow line went Angelo in the 39 car. All 26 cars still in the race, on the lead lap, and all have a shot to win. Timmy Brown goes up the hill and avoids the outside wall, but he's going to lose the draft with the leaders. Alex Tesdall goes up the hill, finds the wall. He's still in the lead draft, but he's going to lose a number of positions. Down into the inside wall went the 13 of Ryan Schreck, and a couple of other cars were involved. We stay green for now. Can't believe we're still green, actually. That was pretty intense. The 51, Stephen Corley, continues to lead here at Talladega. No wins for him this season. Would love to lock himself into the round of 8. Connor Balhy getting a push from Connor Brown and Trey Hollywood. Jordan Roughton's going to go with him as well, and they're going to take over the race lead, and looks like that line's going to prevail. It might take them all the way up to the top 5, that outside line. 2 cars only running the bottom. And the 92 out front. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. up to 5th. Round of 12 playoff drivers shining bright here at Talladega. They're going to go around. Aaron Garcia in the 66 car, not the race he was hoping for as he falls 1 lap down. He holds the record for the most wins all time in the MotorMaster series, but he's not going to get this one, it doesn't look like, here at Talladega. Round of 12 playoff drivers running 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Eighth for sure, and it looked like 11th there as well. We'll get a laps to go update from one of our in-race reporters when they hit the start-finish line this time by. They're coming to it as they thunder at a turn 4. Connor Ball, he continues to lead in the 92. It's been an up and down day for him, all up and down the leaderboard a couple of times. Connor Brown, Trey Hollywood, Jordan Rout, and Jeffrey Robinson Jr., your top 5. 8 laps to go. And if anyone's going to make moves, you're good. See, it kind of depends on how close to the leader you are that determines how quickly you got to start making these moves, how early. If you're about 8th or 9th on back, there's 8 laps to go. I feel like you got to start making your moves relatively soon, because you're not going to win this race, or not even going to get a top 5 finish if you're about 12th or 13th and you try to make your moves on the last lap. I think some of these guys are going to need to go. Jordan Roughton got stuck out of line. Was able to get back down to the inside and hold on to 5th. Now Kenny Adair in the 94 car went down below the yellow line, had to come back up the track and onto the surface. He does so safely. They nearly crashed. Oh wow, I didn't see what happened there, but this is going to change everything. Dustin Franklin in the 90 car, a ton of front end damage, especially to the right front. What this is also going to do is put Aaron Garcia in the 66 car back on the lead lap. He'll get the free pass, and we're under caution at Talladega. This is going to give us a restart with about 3 or 4 laps to go. Track position's going to be key for this restart. I feel like most of these cars will stay out. We might see a select few cars far deep in the running order come to pit road to repair some damage if they think it's too bad. For this restart, it's going to come down to what line gets the better launch. What line of cars works better together? Especially if we stay green from here to the checkered flag. That's what's going to ultimately determine who wins this race. The green flag is back in the air.
We got 4 to go.
This is going to be wild. 4 laps to go. They're 4 wide for 14th place. They didn't mean to do it. Harold Burden got stuck there. He's one of our round of 12 playoff drivers. He's going to fall outside the top 20. He's going to need maybe a yellow or some wild events to get back into this thing. Connor Brown takes the lead. He cuts down in front of Connor Ballhe to lead the bottom line. Aiden Cody is now the front car in the outside line, but it doesn't look like there's enough cars up there to help that line of cars. The dominant groove seems to be the inside. 3 laps to go. Connor Brown, Connor Ballhe, Trey Hollywood, Jordan Roughton, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., your top 5. Sean Lucas in the 1 car right there as well. Angelo in the 39, part-time driver up there in the top 10. Aiden Cody into the outside wall on the back straightaway. He goes for a spin. A couple of cars involved. We stay green so far. I'm kind of amazed by this. There was about 3 or 4 cars involved. I didn't see what happened. We're going to keep our cameras here on the battle for the win. Now 2 laps to go when they hit the start-finish line. Trey Hollywood right there in the mix in the 36 car. Got 2 wins this season. Looking for a 3rd. Right behind Connor Brown, who's got 7 wins this season. Josh Colm-Diaz went for a spin on the back straightaway. There was a number of cars involved. We have a caution. We're going to have a green-white checkered. Peyton Larson was involved as well. We saw a number of cars like Jesse Carlson and Alex Tesdall and a few others take evasive action and go well below the yellow line to miss the big crash. Dustin Franklin evidently was involved as well. He's had a rough night here at Talladega. Well, it's going to be an interesting restart. There's a lot on the line. These drivers looking to punch their ticket into the round of 8. We thank all the viewers who've tuned in for both MotorMaster races here tonight. This is the main event of the evening. It's round 31 of the 2024 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. It's the second round of 12 playoff race. 26 cars started the event, and we're down to this. Green, white, checkered. Who's going to win it, folks? Green flag is out. And they are 2 by 2 heading into turn 1. Trey Hollywood's got the lead. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. trying to give him the push on the bottom, going for second, and if he can get clear of the outside car, he might make a move to the top. They're crashing behind them. We might get another caution. We do. We're going to rack them up again. We've got another green-white checkered coming your way. And that's not what Trey Hollywood wanted to see, I'm sure. Had the lead, had the win in hand, was going to need to do some serious blocking, I'm sure, but he was in a perfect position to go out there and get his 3rd win of the season. He still might be, but he's just got to do it all over again. This time, I think he's going to have Jeffrey Robinson Jr. starting on the outside of the front row, rather than Connor Brown. And we have an unlimited amount of green-white checkers. That's the thing here. So if any of these drivers are close on fuel, and we get a number of these things, we might see some cars gradually come to pit road under these cautions. But other than that, I think they're going to stay out. Track position's going to be important. They're underway again. Green-white checkered attempt number 2. Been a long time since we've seen more than one green-white checkered. It's a rarity that we see a green-white checkered at all. Trey Hollywood's got the lead. Connor Brown, Connor Balhe, Jordan Roughton, Sean Lucas, your top 5, the inside line prevailing as they now work their way down the back straightaway for the second to last time. They're 5 wide. It wasn't going to work. They're crashing. Are they going to make it to the line? No, they're not. They're under caution.
This has become Arctic.
This is crazy. And, well, we haven't seen it unfold like this in a long time. There's always a great deal of action at the Super Speedway events at NASCAR on the console games here. That's for sure. No doubt about it. We have a long, lengthy history of great YouTube content to prove that. But it's rare that we see anything like this. This is going to be the 3rd attempt now at a green-white checkered. Like, I really do think that we've got to go back about 2 years to find the last race where we've needed 3 green-white checkered attempts. But here we are. Into the restart zone they come. Trey Hollywood and Connor Brown on the front row. They're going to lead them to the line. Connor Balhe and Jordan Roughton, the second row of cars, they're going to be a major factor in who wins today's race. Green flag is out. Everybody trying to dive to the inside. I think that once the 1 or the 92 gets clear, they're going to make a move to the top. Trey Hollywood put a bit of a block there. Wise move. There was a car out of shape deep in the field, but we stay green. It was the 18 of Dale. Out of 4 they come. So far, so good. If they hit the line, the next flag will end the race. Trey Hollywood's got the lead. Connor Balhe in the 92 is there. White flag has been shown. The next flag ends it, and they're crashing deep in the field. Harold Burden's around. And that's going to do it. It was only a 1-car crash, but that was enough for the officials to throw the yellow Trey Hollywood in the 36 car wins the Money Time 300 at Talladega. It is his third win of the season. 3 big playoff points for him. Those will carry with him through to the next round, as he is now locked in to the round of 8. We want to thank everybody who tuned in for tonight's races for MotorMaster Monday here on the NASCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. The postseason's been pretty darn exciting here for the NASCAR MotorMaster Series in these Xfinity cars. It's our 7th annual season doing this. This series started back on NASCAR Heat 2, and soon we'll be moving off of Heat 5. I promise you, we've been here for a number of seasons. It's been fun and a lot of heritage here, but we are looking forward to the new game coming out in 2025. Nevertheless, thank you again to everybody who tuned in. Congratulations to Trey Hollywood. He advances to the round of 8. And thank you again to my in-race reporters, Alex Tesdall and Aiden Cody. And from all of us, until next time, so long and stay fast.